my name's Natasha Rice, and I'm here to show you how to eat well, live well, and love well. I remember the first time I left Miami and went back home to Sydney. I was there for about 6 months, and ironically, I had this strange uneasing feeling in my belly. And I was like, how can I be homesick when I'm at home? And that's when I knew Miami was my new home. So I created a dish to fuse my old hometown, Sydney, Australia, with my new hometown using local produce and ingredients. I decided to make barramundi fish tacos with a mango salsa and a bit of Aussie feta. The very first thing we're going to do is finish up this mango salsa that I began earlier on. I've already diced the mangoes. I've already added some chopped red onion, or Spanish onion as we call it back in Australia, and a little bit of fish sauce. What we're going to add to it is cucumber, tomato, serrano pepper, a little bit of garlic, and a whole lime. Well, the juice of it anyway. I'm going to start with this. I'm just going to discard the ends, and I'm going to use about this much. Very simply, just slice it down the middle, then halve it. And again, just do about ½ an inch thick and chop away. I'm going to add that to the top. We're going to take our vine-ripened tomatoes. The best part about eating fruits and vegetables in summer is its high color and vibrancy. It just adds such a greater appetite appeal to any dish you create. Now we're going to add the serrano pepper. What I'm going to do is just slice it down to the center. Then we're going to turn it around and cut down the center again. And just thinly dice this. Serrano pepper is great because it has a mild heat to it, but has that classic chili flavor. And we're going to just drop that straight into there. We're going to add some garlic I minced beforehand. We're going to add a pinch of salt. And now for our lime. Look at that. It's fantastic. So now we're going to give this a quick stir and let the flavors dance with each other, become very well acquainted, so by the time we're done, they'll be best of friends and in our belly. Next thing we're going to do is saute our red and green bell peppers. To this, I'm going to add a serrano pepper and a quarter of a red onion. But I personally love chilies. It helps build my metabolism, keeps me fresh and going, and it's a great aphrodisiac also. I'm going to add a teaspoon of garlic, a little bit more. We're going to just drop in the onions and the peppers. I just love that sizzle. That's when you know something fun's going to happen. This is a great meal to prepare when football is on, when you have a few friends over and you just want some casual fun and you don't want to worry about too many plates. No cutlery, no nothing, just a plate, a tortilla, and we're ready to go. Just a pinch of salt. That's perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the Australis barramundi and slice them in long slithers, just like this. What I love about this barramundi is that within hours of harvest, it's flash frozen and it's packaged, delivered straight to me as clean and fresh and unspoilt as the day it was picked. Now that we've sliced the barramundi, we're going to marinate it in our garlic lime marinade. But before we put the garlic and lime in, we're just going to put a little bit of fish sauce in it. And yes, this is the secret ingredient. We're going to put the balance of our garlic in here. Then we're going to grab our other lime, slice it, and squeeze the heck out of it. We're just going to add a touch of salt, some fresh black pepper, and we're going to just mix this with our hands ever so gently. Before putting this straight onto the cast iron pan, we're going to lightly coat it in some flour. And what that does is it protects it from the heat, but also helps that crispy crunch on the outside. I've already added all-purpose flour, seasoned oil, and a little bit of that extra garlic, just like this. We take our barramundi that we've lightly dredged in our seasoned flour and place it directly onto our skillet. There we go. Make sure your skillet is nice and hot. Because we've sliced them so thin, we're not going to cook them very long, just a few moments on each side. That's perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for right there. I'm going to grab some cilantro and add that to our mango salsa. Just a quick rough chop. Now this is going to be ready. Smoking enough for sure. This looks fantastic. I'm very excited to get this into a taco. I've already prepared the tortillas earlier on. Now we're ready to have a taste of paradise. Just take a little flour tortilla. Let's start with some sauteed peppers, a couple pieces of barramundi. I think that's more than enough. A bit of mango salsa. This is not a fusion of Australia and Miami if we don't conclude it with some Australian feta. So we're just going to crumble a little bit on the top, just like so. Oh, this looks divine. It's so warm, crunchy, juicy, spicy, sweet, and creamy. This is fantastic. I want to finish this taco, so you guys got to get out of here, download the recipe, and get to cooking. Until then, stay yummy, my friends.